Go Beaver! Away!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Chris Cast. But we are live here now with Chris Cast, sponsored by Manco Store, covering Season 22 of ETF2L Premiership Highlander. We have two giant teams going against each other here tonight. Super Dickmann's KANNONEN, the defending champions, against the Russian powerhouse of Kitti's bakenbardami. Both teams will definitely have aspirations for the playoffs come the end of the season. And who knows, this could even be a potential final based on the way the two sides have been playing. But it will be Kitty in the blue attacking first on Badwater Pro. SDCK will be on the defense trying to beat that time later on. Best of three predictions, Buck. Do you think Kitty are going to get a point here?
Potentially. I mean, it's kind of like what we were saying before about the complacency. Maybe that might happen from SDCK, but knowing them, they always kind of just seem to come back out of nowhere. Like, it's kind of the classic SDCK style. So I still think SDCK are probably going to take this. Kitty may get a point, but yeah, I'm excited to see how this kind of match is going to very quickly, very longly going to play out, maybe.
You see this point where Kazarok is standing? This seems to be a new thing.
Okay, I've not seen that before.
Snipers and medics decide to stand there because it gives them that little bit of extra elevation and maybe a bit of a surprise tactic. But we'll see. For my prediction, for the record, I think Kitty can get around here. I think it's going to be 2-1. Big jump in from Pluha. He gets deleted by the Wrangler. And Catgirl is inside the dispenser. That body armor for the medic is going to deny any sort of damage. No force coming along. See the pressure from me, from Marissa, just on the cart, but May and Jackie Legs are actually just trying to deny that, and actually Magistic gets the backstab onto Jackie Legs, and Murphy also gets headshot. No splash damage right now.
Yeah, no splash damage is going to be pretty big here if they decide to go close to this cliff area. Go for another jump in, though. Pleo straight in. Clark already on the Wrangler, though. Going to be floating up into the sky. Bit of damage onto Catgirl, though. Goes down to half health. Not feeling any more pressure, though. Probably could have done with maybe one or two people more in that Sackway, potentially. But for now, they're going to be sitting here. But they've got a lot of cart time going.
Yeah, a bit strange for me. I think when you remove the soldier and the demo from the field, maybe just go in and take an exchange. You don't have that splash to worry about. Cloudy did get a snipe onto Kazarok, but then he gets just taken down. Posco on a 4K, just, you know, defending those suicides and taking out snipers. But it does look like, based on the fact that Kazarok was a late respawner, Kitty want to use this Uber to try and go forward. The counter does come in, and Poker's going to drop down, make sure that he does not let Kitty cross that line. Teleporter is down from Magister, so those respawns will be a lot slower from SDCK when it gets to that point in time. But we are seeing Kitty just trying to grind this out little by little on this far side.
Thing is, I feel like they need some sort of advantage here with that gun still being up. It's going to be very difficult for them. Like, I mean, Shurik's even got to DH here, gets a nice shot onto Mezzo, but he's going to surf that one out. But yeah, at the moment it's still on this low ground. Jackie-Le's got his Black Box Conch classic defense for payload going as well on this flank side. And I think there's some more focus, maybe potential from the start of here, but it is even Uber, so they might just try and take this drive, although Cloudy going down is not going to help.
Yeah, they're staying in for quite a long time here. It's only about 70% for both sides, and the Conch does come in from Turek. Jackie Legs getting very aggressive, but they've lost Bahan here, Kitty. No heavy to try and, you know, protect that combo, and Bosch is very weak, has had to back away. May goes down to that direct hit from Turek, who has been posting out some pretty strong numbers for Kitty in the preseason, but without their sniper, Kitty holding on this far side. They're at the mercy of Kazarok right now, who takes down Pluha as well, and this is the problem. Meave gets backstabbed, and a lot of kills going down for SDCK. This first hold is looking extremely strong right now.
Yeah, Majestic not managing to find any space at all. Kazar just free to snipe them pretty much all from the high ground here, comfortable with the rest of his team. Jackalo's keeping them safe as well, spamming them out. They keep trying to go for this rock play, but they seem to be rotating through tunnel now. They managed to get Mezzo spy, but they're going to try and get this gun. Does eventually go down. They're going to try and trade an Uber here. I'll have to see if SDC can try and trade out here.
Yeah, but Kazarok gets taken down. The teleporter is also taken out in all of that. So does the sentry. So respawns are going to be harder to come by. But it's all about getting the kills. Marissa manages to out-wrangle Clark of the season there. Goes down, so no entry on the defense. Kitty just lose all of their players there. They're only 4 up right now. Bahan is the furthest one forward. He's getting chased by Mezzo. Cloudy is trying to snipe some players, but only got Freach for support. There's a lot of players down for SDCK, and the car is extremely close, Buck. So this may be giving up a first hold, but there's only 1 minute left on the clock. They've already wound so much time away.
Poker goes in. Nice reflect from Yahoo there to keep his med safe. But yeah, that was a big play from Poker, just like keeping like all of his team alive. Does go down now, but yeah, like I said, lots of time just that first point. 3.5 minutes just for the first point alone, without even getting to the infamous third and last holds on this map. But big jump in from Shurik isn't really going to find anything besides the back out. Pluto once again leading the charge for his team as the car is slowly going to roll up here.
I'm not sure if Kiti are aware of this actually, but they have about a 30% Uber advantage. This is going to be a free second. That's what we're seeing, especially on Pro. It's so hard to hold this second point for any sort of length of time, and it's free. But, Turret goes down to May there. Pluto is pretty aggressive. Cloudy Fridge for company, just trying to take some space, but Kazarok is going to win that sniper battle. Pluto takes a lot of damage as well and has to back away. And yeah, Kitty maybe just deciding not to be uber aggressive on that third point, not really realizing that they were just building so much better.
Kazarok goes for a cheeky snipe there that Bosch almost dies for. Actually does die for it there eventually. Me for the nice finishing off pistol shots there. Gets a bit of a run for his money, but I mean Clark, yeah, got this gun not actually in the window spot, going to be on a bit more of a balcony spot. There's to just try and defer some of the picks that are going to come on the right side, but Cloud's got a bit of space now. Trying to ring off some headshots as Shurik has to jump away again, but there's this constant flank aggression from Jackie Legs and from May on this car area, but they're slowly pushing it up.
Yeah, Jackie Legs does go down to Bahan. He's just walking forward, taking names, and Magister with the backstab onto Catgirl. No Uber for SDCK right now, and Clark is doing his best to try and wrangle. Does take down Bahan eventually, but Turek is there, manages to clean up. And Fridge wins the Pyro battle as Yahoo goes down, and Boshi hasn't even had to use his Uber. Mezzo is lurking. He's going to be desperate here to try and get that clutch pick, which he so often does. Goes to the Cloudy instead. Sniper down, so no sniper pressure. Kazarok is going to be a little bit more free to try and get a pick himself in this last point, but Kitty potentially being able to push Uber into last here.
Oh, never mind. Boshi getting headshot by Kazarok. Now Boshi ends up in that position. A bit of a weird position there, but unfortunately, I'm going to be Mr. Sentry and Shurik spam through the choke. Going to be catching out a few people there and May going down. But yeah, I mean, this is what I was going to say. Like, I mean, I'd really like to see this aggression come out from Kitty, just completely taking the storm of that third point for SDCK. But yeah, with this Uber advantage now on the side of SDCK, they're going to be comfortably holding this ramp. We'll have to see if they can get a bit of a coherent push into this last.
Yeah, you can understand what the Russian side were trying to do. Maybe go over to tires and get that Uber drop, that Uber advantage sort of on the drop down, which is so commonly used, but did it a little bit too late. Cloudy with the great headshot there. I think a headshot onto May, point blank range, and Fridge cleans up the kill. May Mezzo in the respawn key for another 10 seconds or so. Maybe opportunity for maybe some space to be taken. The car is still right at the top of the ramp, and Kitty are going to go for some suicides. Pluha is in, flying high in the sky, gets a little bit of damage down, but Yahoo with the reflex takes down Turek with the direct. Pluha is still alive under the stairs, eventually gets taken down by May, and Kazarok's going to clean up Cloudy. So that suicide wave really not achieving much from Kitty, and SDK still happy with this aggro hold.
So this is the thing with SDCK, like they're aware of everything most of the time anyway, so you need more people in the sack wave. I feel like if they maybe got the Pyro, the Scout, or the Spine in that as well, might have helped a bit more, get maybe some hit scan in there, but yeah, Yahoo with some great reflex there, and Clark with this interesting gun positioning actually on the corner of the ramp, trying to deny as much as you can, but yeah, Conch comes out, they lose Murphy and Poker though, so interesting trades out here.
Yeah, they've lost Murphy. 15 seconds, no demo. That's going to allow a little bit more pressure from somewhere, but right now Kazarok isn't really under much pressure, but Mezzo is the one delivering pressure right now. Gets two quick backstabs, one onto Meef and then one onto Boshi. That is going to be an Uber drop, I believe. And yeah, Kitty, despite getting those picks onto a demo man, have to back up onto third and really take a really passive position. You just look how aggressive Murphy is being right now.
So this is what I love to see from Mezzo as well, because he's always able to adapt to any situation. He can calm, he can just revolve a shot, he can go for those classic TF2 mid backstabs, and he comes out with the moment. And yeah, now they've got this huge out on this defense, and again, this gun being an absolute pain for Pluto to try and fight through. And they've rotated some pressure into this map room area, but Jack Legs on his black box conch could be trying to do his best to defend that, trying to get an arrow from his medic as well. So they need to find some answers for what SDCK is doing right now.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about Kazarok and Mezzo coming up with those big insta-kill moments and taking down Boshi for one drop, and then with the headshot, Kazarok, and Mezzo with the backstab for another. So really just kind of Kiti are getting these opportunities and they're just being deleted by individual plays. JackeyLegs go for a big bomb, so much damage onto Pluha behind, and does actually take down Pluha. He was waiting for an arrow or some heals, and he has to wait another 10 seconds before he's back in action. Mezzo's lurking again, and at the moment it's just the aggression coming in from SDCK means that KAZAROK has all the time in the world to take these snipes. Mezzo is picking off Cloudy over and over again, so Kiti aren't getting any snipes themselves, and no one else can take any room because JackeyLegs and Murphy are just so aggressive. They're holding down these chokes so well that there's not space for anyone to really make a maneuver.
I feel like if Marissa went level 3, it probably enabled them to actually get some side pressure in, maybe through Mountain Room or somewhere else. But yeah, the start comes in right now. Oh, that is the risk of having a mid on the ramp. That's a good start away from Kitty, actually, but they need to make sure their mid gets out here. Mezzo isn't really in position to do anything here. They got Boshi and Pahanda sort of sitting far back. So good, clean stack wave there, but they're going to have to try and make do with something here as the time is slowly ticking away.
Poker gets taken down by Move there, actually. Scout getting very aggressive, taking away the heavy from the battlefield. Although Mezzo is going to get the backstab onto Fridge. So no Pyro for this Uber. And it's going to be interesting to see what they decide to do here, Kitty. It looks like they want to kind of maybe go over towards Tires again. Cloudy is peeking this choke. Pluha is dancing there, but Boshi this time manages to cross safely, doesn't get taken down. But because they waited for Fridge to respawn, 75% in the hands of Catgirl already. So they're catching up. They have to use this Uber very, very early, and they're going to be backing away into the spiral already. Clark Sentry is going to take the most of the beating, 90% in the hands of Catgirl, and I think SDCK are going to be trying to revolve themselves around and catch some people out here.
And there's not as many picks that are coming in either, and like a big shout out to JackeyLegs though, actually, because he was just constant pressure through the map room doorway, just keeping like 2 or 3 people at bay there while that entire fight was going on. And there we go, the return Uber comes in from SDCK to try and maybe catch some people out here, but Boshi is well aware of that, going to be backing away. But there's just that constant aggression comes in, but nice stab from Majeston to Murphy to maybe deny that demo aggression. But I mean, it's pretty calm and collected still, relatively, from SDCK.
Yeah, they've just reset into this aggro position. It's been a long time since we really saw teams on last holding with a sniper this aggressive, but if you can manage to do it, if you're not under that pressure, it is so effective, and that's the pressure at the moment. KAZAROK not being really touched by anybody and able to just roll off the snipes, although saying that, Cloudy gets the headshot, gets revenge onto SDCK's sniper, and is able to give the space that Kitty need. They're coming through tires already. No Ubers in play here, Buck. They're only about 90%, but they've already got the space.
Yeah, they're trying to take this high ground. They probably could do. They're a bit tentative here walking in. I mean, they haven't got to worry about the sniper for a few seconds, but JackeyLegs still spamming from this map room. Uber comes in. Gun does go down. Mezzo's still lurking, but it gets caught out with a nice headshot from Cloudy. But the return Uber comes in. They have to see to get caught in. There we go. Boshi goes down. They try and rotate out through tires, but there's no one really there. And Poker comes in with a spiral rotation, and it's a complete wipe for Kitty.
Absolute destruction there. Really good first initial aggression, taking that high area, trying to make sure they had the space and then using the Uber as late as possible. But SDCK were just too wise to it, saw the danger, backed out into spiral, and just made sure that they were in a position to rotate with the better Uber. And again, we're seeing how aggressive. Look at JackeyLegs right now. He's in the drop down. Cloudy does take down KAZAROK, so that's going to trigger them to just back away a little bit. JackeyLegs using that conch, making sure his team gets away without any danger. But Murphy goes down as well.
Yeah, Cloudy's taking the team on his shoulders, gets some picks, gets some entry picks here, and Clark's entry with a lot of pressure. He's going to go down. There's still 3 down here. No Murphy but to keep them out of the spam. Cloudy's already on the ramp. May's kind of just left to try and spam him out. Fridge needs to try and get in here and try and protect him. But big bomb in from Churik as well over the top. Managing to get KAZAROK. This is exactly what they need here. The return Uber comes in, but it's everybody on a pyro. They've got their own Uber. It's 3 up. They've got some high ground. The Poke is still sitting on the cart to try and deny them.
Yeah, some respawns are coming in. Poker just gets melted there. Combination of a number of Kitty players, and this is looking like Kitty's round to lose, but the respawns are coming on the lower. Fridge is there, just trying to deny them. Big jump from JackeyLegs. He's actually buying some more time on the car for maybe a second or two. But despite that being a really, really good push, 12:38 is not a good time to be posting on your attacking phase.
Yeah, I kind of find that funny how like they just all came, like it was a dry Uber situation, and then Cloudy just finds like one frag and finds another frag because Murphy was up the ramp, caught completely off guard by the aggression that was coming in, and then that was all they needed really. It was just a catalyst ready to try and kill the gun, and then they got the high ground. Churik does a really good bomb over, which is what I always love to see soldiers doing, trying to deny that spawn because it's pretty comfortable saying that Sniper's going to come out one of those two spawns, and he completely denies Kaza from the return snipes. And at that point, they haven't really got many answers. They're all coming out the low spawns into that demo spam. And then, yeah, they got a clean push. But yeah, like you said, big time. Took them many attempts to try and get that. And overall, SDCK did have a pretty good last hold.
Yeah, they did. I think that third hold was not broken too easily, but they had, you know, a really good opportunity. But that push into last took them the majority of their time. Although yesterday we did see V3 have sort of a 9.5 minute pushing time, which we all thought was pretty long, and they were just much better at the defense. They held it for a long time. So maybe that's Kitty. Maybe they prefer the defense, or maybe SDCK are going to blitz them with a super fast time. We'll have to see how it goes. 12.5 minutes to beat. And the first casualty is going to be a teleporter entrance. But we'll have to see how these suicide waves fare, as Jackie Legs is the first casualty, picked out of the air by Cloudy.
Yeah, Meza gets a bit of an uncloak here. Goes try and get that teleport exit for Marissa. He managed to get that. So, clean teleporter kill. No teleporter means that the reinforcements can't come in as quickly. Especially on a map like this where it's quite long to try and get back in. But here we go, Jackie goes in for a bit of a bomb. Gets denied by Phrygians initially, and there we go. Force constrained to Boshi. Not really positioned too much into the dispenser there. But yeah, and Jackie even gets the sniper there as well.
Yeah, jumping in from the tunnel while everyone's looking forward and worried about that suicide wave. He comes in from the tunnel, sneaks up, and was going for the engineer, but Marissa was body blocked by Cloudy. So no sniper. That's going to make them... oh, actually, I was going to say they're going to go the fast sniper, but they're going for a tunnel push?
Tunnel SDCK push. They're going to try and catch them out here. It's possible. I mean, no Wrangler just yet from the gun. Massive bombing from Jackie Legs. Absolutely no fear on this man. Blue goes down as well. Boshi going to get completely caught in as well. Tries to run to the roof, but it's... close but no cigar for him as the cart gets rolled in and Pahan is left all alone. Gets picked off as well. So knowing SDCK, this is huge momentum for them to just cascade into third.
Yeah, look at Jackie Legs just flying forward. He's even trying to catch some more people out. Turret and Cloudy are a little bit too far forward there. Might get caught out. Murphy is also trying to get something done. But Turret manages to win that little MGE battle and take down Jackie Legs. But yeah, the momentum could be absolutely massive here. Oh no, the Huntsman being pulled out by Kazarok.
Oh, it's tragic. Yeah, I hate to see it. That just caught me completely off guard. I didn't even see him switch to that. But yeah, big ups to the Huntsman. I thought I'd already see that on Steel, but apparently we're bringing it to payload now, as Kaz is bringing that back. But yeah, Murphy's got some early aggression in here. He's kind of alone, really. He has got his med behind him, just about. Although Pan's actually hiding up there with the dispenser behind him, so I'll have to see if they can catch someone out here, although Jackie Legs is already in.
Yeah, Pahan was going for the ninja heavy play, but gets spotted in the end. And yeah, I mean, with that huge advantage that SDCK have, the pressure that kind of just delivers onto them is too much. And Boshi, 99% will end up using that Uber, but it's just going to be to stop them from getting any more kills and keeping them out. And Kazarok with another Huntsman kill takes down Meef there. Pluha is very weak, will die, and Kitty have to be careful here that this doesn't roll into last. SDCK are already in choke. There is not a level 3 sentry available, although May is flying through the air. Eventually we'll go down to that Wrangler, and I think some kills are being claimed.
Yeah, Jackie Legs huge bombs, and I think he gets launched up by something else as well, and manages to sort of just surf it round to kill the sniper there. And Mezzo manages to just stay around. No one really suspecting him there. Manages to pick off the pyro as well. So not many people sort of on this low ground. Got Marissa's gun in a corner sentry, seen this in the game against Failer previously. But yeah, tries to go for another stab. No one looks up for this man. Mezzo gets another stab, and Jackie Legs again with the deep bomb to get the sniper. It's all falling apart for Key.
Yeah, these individual plays are coming out, and that means the masses are able to just surge forward on the cart. Kazarok is literally stood on the cart, pushing it and trying to get these aggressive snipes. Jackie Legs manages to take down Turek as well. Murphy takes down Marissa. No NG, no sentry, and doesn't look like Kitty can do anything to stop them right now. The respawns are going to come in, but they need to get some kills on fast. The Uber is going to be used, but the Uber from Kitty is being denied by Yahoo. He's just pushing them back away, and the car goes in, and I think that was about a 3.5 minute time there, Buck.
Yeah, it's just all that momentum, really. I mean, there's nothing else to really say. Yahoo just pressing his mouse to button there, keeping him off the cart, and the big plays from Jackie Legs that round especially, and also Mezzo with those couple stabs as well. So pit classes seemingly once again coming in favour for SDCK and allowing the whole rest of the push to take place.
It's not much time to recover on this second round for Kitty to kind of maybe change their game plan.
Yeah, potentially. I think, well, I'm hoping that they talk about sort of the people we were talking about just in terms of what seems to be going wrong for them. I think one of the key things that happened there was the fact that they didn't really manage to reconsolidate. They kind of just had people bleed, and then they never really managed to group as 9 again. Like, even if the spy's in the back, it's like, you know, kind of managing to calm some things out, so maybe playing as 8, but either way, they need some sort of regrouping there if it comes to it. Maybe just respecting the aggression a bit more, and then coming back in, maybe with an Uber, maybe seeing what your pick classes can do. If not, then maybe just fall back 1 step more, and then play around a gun if you're able to set that up. But they didn't really manage to do that too often, and they were just kind of overwhelmed by the speed of SDCK's push, really. But SDCK, classic. Plays from them, really, just to be very fast with it and very clinical, playing around the heels, playing around the Ubers.
Yeah, definitely. And it often turns, if you have like a massive win on the first point or any of the points, you can steamroll. It just turns into a snowball situation where you go from point to point, and that's pretty much what happened there. Like, it never seemed that Kitty were comfortable on any of the points. And Mez is doing the same thing again, going for that teleporter. He's going to sap it, he's going to shoot it down. The suicides come in, a ton of damage. Boshi goes down to 15 HP. Eventually does use.
Wow, I like how Meza does the exact same thing, but I love the timing there. Like, the reason he does that is because the sack's coming in, so, you know, who's going to be able to kill this spy that's sapping the teleport exit right in front of us when there's a massive sack coming in? No one. So he just goes for it, and there we go, the pressure's already on. They're actually wisely deciding to back up here, which I like. You know, they're saying, doing what I said before about respecting that aggression. They're deciding to do that if maybe he doesn't get sniped, so there we go. Now they're just going to watch out for Jackie Legs, but the aggression is already in here. Murphy's just holding W as well.
Yeah, just flying in, not wanting to give anyone time, and Kazrock and Murphy are going to get taken out there, as does Polska. So, you know, they're trying to get aggression, trying to make sure that they have, like, you know, maybe the ability to snowball this huge Uber ad onto the next point. 63% for Boshi right now. We'll be able to catch up in times with that. And you see Marissa there had the level 3 sentry just on the top of that little ramp, and it was just there to wrangle and make sure, hey, don't think about doing anything. Don't worry about, you know, pushing third just yet. I've got a sentry, and now they're going to get a decent setup on third, and this is where they'll be hoping back that they get the meat of their time.
Yeah, and this is good because, you know, now that they've got a semblance of a hold here, you know, they've got some sticks set up from Pluha aggressively on the left side here. They're going to have to try and maybe make some space for Kaza to get some snipes through Boiler. Jackie going to be very aggressive here, trying to take on Shurik. Taking a lot of spam for himself. Almost goes down there, manages to get out. So, yeah, this window sentry, renowned for being very annoying to deal with when you're trying to walk on that ramp area. But Pluha here as well. I'm really looking for Meza to try and get an entry frag here onto maybe Pluha if his back's turned.
Yeah, the sentry takes down Mezzo there, so Spy does have a lot more power on this point now, aggressively, able to get up those stairs without really being blocked by the dispenser too much. Does give you some more options to get access to that engine and cause some problems. But yeah, SDCK just using this Uber really aggressively, really early. Finally, Boshi's going to pop his, but look how much car time is being gained off the back of that Uber exchange, and that's what SDCK want. They know it's not going to be... Was that an air shot there? By Turek onto Jackie Legs, it looked like it. But yeah, regardless, Bluehead trying to get aggressive, turns around and pipes Mezzo. Must have had a sixth sense there, just realized, or must have been told by his teammate, hey, there's a Mezzo on your back, you might want to flick that off, and he does so with the pipes. And yeah, Kitty lived to fight another force, I guess, but that cart slowly but surely is getting pushed up.
Yeah, that was quite calm from Kitty though. I mean, they could have panicked a lot more than they did there. They did take a lot of return damage in fairness, but yeah, the gun was the main target there. Most of the Uber from Murphy going onto that gun, but I mean, the return Uber came out and got a lot of damage down in return as well to SDCK, but they're coming in with another push. Match is trying to find something in the back as well, trying to help kill the heavy there, but Cloudy going down opens up a lot of space for SDCK here, potentially.
Yeah, Kazrock has already got another kill, this time onto Meef. Maybe not the biggest pick, but slowly but surely. Then here comes the Uber, used very early, denied a little bit by Fridge, but again, so much car time is getting pushed, and Fridge is going to take this Uber, try and clean up some of the players. Murphy is still there, Clark is now wrangling, Jackie Legs is jumping in, there's just danger coming from all angles. Yahoo is behind and manages to take down Boshi. And that is going to be the cap for the third in 3:48. So already longer than we've seen so far on the previous round for SDCK to push, but they have this Uber advantage now.
Yeah, so much aggression coming in from SDCK. Murphy going down for it, but yeah, Yahoo did a really good job on that last point actually. Almost single-handedly clearing that top area, as no one really dealt with him. Get some nice reflex onto Churik, as Churik now going to rotate into map room to try and fend off this aggression in that area. But I mean, there is a big advantage here for Catgirl. A bit of a party going on in this top window area really, as Clock goes down very low to the spy. Not really managed to find that, but yeah, I mean, trying to hold this ramp aggressively. The Marissa's still got this corner gun though, and they need to be careful with the Uber. And there we go, straight into the face of Boshi.
Yeah, Boshi goes down straight away to the pipes of Murphy, Marissa, Pluha, Turret, Cloudy. They're all going down here. Any more? Yeah, Pahan is also dead. It's just Magister and Fridge, excuse me, is hiding underneath the map room. He goes onto the cart now. He's just pushing people away, slows it down a tiny bit. There's going to be a spawn wave, but it's not going to be players who can really do much from this angle. Pluha and Boshi trying to come out. Boshi serves onto the cart. Meef is actually there and cleans up some of the kills. Buys maybe a few more seconds, but it's going to be 5 minutes flat.
5-minute flat time. It's been a while since I've seen like a very exact time such as that. Maybe it was calculated, who knows, but yeah, I mean, again, just the classic SDCK aggression coming in. Poco almost having no fear every time he picks that corner as well. Pluto getting caught off guard a lot of the time. Has to back up and get those heals, and then it just denies them all that vision. And then as soon as they get that high ground, it's pretty easy peasy for them, just spamming from that top. And then again, this is the risk as well, having that corner gun, is it doesn't really deny that ramp aggression. Like, they're not able to wrangle it. It's not an obstacle, so they just come straight down the ramp into their face. And yeah, Boshi just getting caught out by that Uber. I'm kind of surprised that Uber through map room there. Like, I really don't expect SDCK to be that type of team that actually Ubers through like a flank route, light map room, maybe tires or through choke. But yeah, just out of nowhere, just Murphy going to be holding that the week here.
Yeah, I mean, their Uber advantage was pretty big, and they were in position, so going in through map room and just going straight out the window gives them the opportunity to get straight onto Boshi, and I guess as the defending side, you're not really going to be expecting them to do that. So yeah, I mean, they took down Boshi as the first kill, and that's what you want to do when you have the Uber advantage. Kitty under huge pressure right now, 1 round down already, and if they don't push this cart to the end within 5 minutes, then SDCK will be taking all of the points for this week 1 fixture. And the first casualty is going to be Cloudy. Kazarot winning that sniper battle. Suicide Wave comes in. Pluha flies in. Lots of damage getting put down. Kako goes down to about 60 HP and actually has to use the Uber.
Yeah, they managed to get that dispenser down actually, so I mean, to be fair, Pyro was about to die, that Catgirl probably didn't need to use, but we needed to be very safe. Didn't know how much the incoming damage was, maybe if the shotgun swap happened, might have took some more damage there, so gonna be on the safer side there, but they're still gonna deal with Clark's gun here. We're up to see the approach coming in from Kiba. They decide to go for the hill here, really watching for like the spies and the traps or the snipes coming out, but no, they're using here, trying to get some damage onto the combo.
Yeah, I mean, Kako is dodging and weaving, doesn't have a charge, remember. And actually, they haven't managed to get any kills. I mean, Jackie Legs has gone down behind, but Kitty are actually losing more players than they're gaining out of that exchange. And huge Uber advantage. They just could not deal with the wrangled sentry, and they weren't able to take any space from it. And Meef gets headshot by Kazarok there. Kart's time is going to be blocked. And yeah, it's going to be reset to a position where now SDCK have an advantage.
See, the thing is, they need to try and get Magister on his gun, but Yahoo's doing such a good job of trying to deny him all the time that they just don't ever have a sap on this gun, which makes it so much harder for the Ubers to try and do anything about it. And I think if they just directed their fire, maybe got their flank more involved. I'm not really seeing any flank come over the top, really. So maybe get the soldier and the scout involved in the pushes on the top, but it's a bit too late for that at the moment. Boshi in a bit of a weird position here, going to be crouching behind the rock, trying to heal up his team on the hillside, but May is just constantly trying to pressure Pluha. Goes down very low. Boshi going down low as well. May gets that clean up from the return damage, and there we go, just kind of falling apart once again.
Yeah, they're just, you know, it's almost desperation plays because it's nearly coming to 2 minutes gone. And, you know, when that, big stab though, Magister gets the backstab, doesn't get those saps, but managed to get the drop onto Catgirl. I think that's the second time he's managed to get a drop this game. So, still doable. Under 3 minutes to go, but no Ubers in play for either side, but no heals on the side of SDCK right now. They have to take this advantage, and the sentry goes down, but Kazarok takes down Boshi.
Yeah, just walks into Fan, Saipan not able to kill him in time, unfortunately, as they managed to sort of, well, they get the gun, they're trying to force them out right now. SDCK trying to make the decision as to whether they want to stay or not. Clark going to be getting out of there with his Eureka effect, and yeah, Murphy and Cat are going to be running to the roof, but a lot of pressure coming in from Fridge. Joachim and Jackie Dog's not going down low just enough just yet, but Catgirl trying to cross, misses the sniper shot from Cloud, unfortunately, but gonna be trying to get this aggression onto second as it comes.
Yeah, they have just over 2 minutes to go. Equal Ubers, they have to start getting big picks or winning big fights here. And it's actually going to be Mezzo who wins a duel against Turek with the help of Jackie Leg. So they are going to get second here off of the back of that, but it's not the problem second. The big problem is, of course, third. And once everything gets set up there, Clark actually... trying to find Clark. He's bringing his sentry up to the window now, but it's not actually fully set up, so possible... Actually, is that a crit?
Return Uber, and yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, Fritz comes out on the offense. Doesn't manage to find anything really, though. And Nice Knight comes up, casual onto Magister there, denying him of any sort of sap onto the gun potentially. But yeah, they're just kind of stopped in their tracks at the moment. They're trying to push this car up. Got Pahan sort of sitting in the in this house area. Manages to pick off Jackie Legs though for a bit of overextension. So they're 2 down on the side of SDCK. It's only 1 minute 20 though. A lot of pressure on Kitty still.
Yeah, a lot of pressure. I expect the play though to go for that crit. Did get the Uber out of the hands of Catgirl and have a bit of an advantage, I mean, about 15-20% nearly. That car is slowly but surely getting pushed, but the big problem is going to be the sentry and the sniper that they have to deal with, and this Chris is going to have to wipe, but Cloudy managed to take down Clark. So no engineer, sorry, that sentry can maybe get spammed. 55 seconds, they're going to have to get times through on this car all the way to the end if they're going to be able to do it. SDCK are under a little bit of pressure here, but you know, they're the ones who can afford to just make this slow.
Yeah, and the crits comes out, but the return Uber comes in, and Murphy finding that as well, gets Boshy there, and managing to get the demo as well, but Mezzo getting that frag onto Cloudy, definitely denying them any sort of clinical push there, just as he dies, so yeah, me trying to find a pick onto Poker, got too much help for that really, but yeah, the crits play, yeah, respect the crits play, but into a third hold, into Clark's gun, which is now alive and well. I don't know, bit of a desperation decision, I suppose, but yeah, could have been worse.
Yeah, I mean, if that first crit that they popped off had dropped Catgirl, or at least got a lot of kills, then it would have maybe snowballed into something on last. But as soon as SDCK used that Uber to defend third, then it just became a case of, right, well, we're gonna have to build this fast and make sure we get a lot of kills, or get the medic and roll it. When you're playing with seconds, it's not good. It's not good. And the pressure was always on Kitty there to try and get something done, whereas SDK were able to just not take any risks, play it safe, and make sure that they just eked out as much time as possible. Absolutely. So SDCK, defending champions, will defend their week 1 honor at least, and take all 6 points against Kitty. This was ETF2L Season 22. We are Chriscast, sponsored by Manco Store. We do have more action for you later in the week, potentially some Premiership Highlander games being casted on Thursday. We'll have to see if the teams can duke it out and decide what days and times they want to play. But we do have Gully Wash and Coal Plant in week 2 of ETF2L. So keep your eyes peeled for future games then. We also have this weekend the Lockdown Throwdown, which is going to be a sixes tournament on Saturday and Sunday, September the 12th and 13th. There is a 300 key prize pool, and expect to see some of the best teams and players from Europe duking it out for that prize. We'll be casting it live here on Chriscast for all of the action. But I've been CeeJaey, joined by Buck, ArchRhythm on Chriscast, and you can check out our merch and all of our relevant social media if you want to buy some cool items, or you want to find out more about the channel. But for now, have a great evening. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.
Hi, old beaver! Away!